Showtime.
Showtime, baby.
Let's dive right in.
What's stopping us?
Absolutely nothing.
What's stopping us from talking about it?
Nothing. Reggie, drop the beat.
Who's Reggie?
Yeah, what's some catchy thing that could be in an intro? All right, here we go.
Here, wait, hang on.
Dude.
And the guy. Welcome back. Episode 2. It's official.
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. I'm on vacation from work. I worked last night. Last night was my last day. I'm now on vacation, so I'm pretty happy about that.
For how long?
1 week.
Okay. All right. Where are you going?
Absolutely nowhere.
Nice.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just woke up and took a shower and got ready. Here we are. I took a shower to do a podcast, even though nobody can smell me except for you.
Right. I mean, I'm sure the audience appreciates it.
I didn't want anybody to smell me through the mic, and also it helped me wake up a little bit. So you were absolutely wrong last week when you said that the social media handle.
Yes, I was.
They're both the dude __ the guy. Noble said one was different, and he was wrong.
Yeah. I screwed up. I dropped the ball.
All right, we got that out of the way. What'd you do this past week? Anything exciting?
Yeah, actually, probably the highlight of my week was last night. I went to a Steak and Shake. You know? Like, who goes to Steak and Shake anymore? Nobody.
Nobody, you're right.
Like, it was late. It was probably like 11 p.m. I was with the boys, the guys, the fellas.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, shoot, where do we eat, you know? Everyone was like, oh, yeah, let's go to McDonald's. I'm like, hold up, guys. Steak and Shake, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, is it open? You know, we don't know.
We don't know.
So Google Maps, Google Maps sucks.
Right.
Controversial, but I use Apple Maps, and we found a place in Jungerman Road? Jungerman?
I say Jungerman.
Okay, good.
You know.
And, it was open. Lo and behold, it was open.
Nice.
Got a triple cheeseburger with a chocolate peanut butter shake. It was.
And you ate it?
I ate it. I consumed that meal.
Good.
Brought me back. Took me aback.
And that's the highlight of your week?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Sounds like a shitty week. But all I did was work. So I moved some furniture. I got a new couch. You actually helped me move that couch.
Yeah, that was probably the shadow of my week. What's the opposite of a highlight?
I guess a shadow. So that's good.
It was all right. I mean,
glad the things we do together is a shadow.
Oh, come on.
So we listened to Freebird together this past week. When we were moving the couch together, we listened to Freebird.
Yeah. For those who tuned in to episode 1.
If you heard episode 1, you heard that we had never heard the song Freebird before, and we both heard it for the first time together.
We also listened to Numb, and I'm able to recognize it now.
Yeah. So Freebird is 9 minutes long.
9 minutes.
We noticed that, and after like the second minute, I said out loud to Caleb, I'm not going to be able to get through this song if this is all it is. The vocals, I actually took notes on the song, so let's break it down.
Okay.
The vocals didn't start for over a minute.
Shoot.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
When the vocals start, they're bland, they're boring, and it's not even, it doesn't require much talent to sing like that. 5 minutes in to the song, when the song should be over by about a minute and a half, it finally picks up some steam.
Wait, how deep is this?
5 minutes in.
Okay, yeah.
And a song should only be about 3.5 minutes long.
I'd give it. Okay, go on.
4 if it's a really good song.
Okay.
This song only needed to be about 2.5 minutes. 5 minutes in, it finally starts picking up. Then there's a guitar solo, and the guitar solo is actually crazy good, except the guitar solo happens like 5.5 minutes into the song, and then that's it. The rest of the song is just that guitar solo.
It's like there's a minute of instruments, lyrics for like, what, 3 minutes? 4 minutes?
3 minutes.
Rest of the song is lyrics. I mean,
instrumental.
Yeah.
And then I came to the conclusion that's the most overrated song of all time, and it's way too long.
Now, here's the thing. If you covered everything on that song.
Yep, that's
cool,
it for that song.
Cool. Okay.
For me.
Now, there's some, I feel like today's society, all right?
Yep.
You know, I don't see a huge deal with songs like taking forever to start. You know? Like, it took a minute for this song to start. I think the best song of all time, you know? Well, I know the best song of all time, okay? And it took a minute for the lyrics to start.
What song is that?
Oh, it's funny that you asked. She's Gone by the Hall & Oates. Ever hear of it?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everyone listening to this has. They haven't.
Probably not. Probably not.
But it's good. It's a good one. I think you should listen to it and bring back some notes for next time.
All right.
Yeah.
It's called what? She's Gone by
She's Gone by Hall & Oates.
I'm going to listen to it.
And
then I'll take some notes and then I'll talk about it. I'm not going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm actually going to surprise you with my thoughts on it in the next
Hold
episode.
them off for the okay.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, no,
Not the
I got
audience,
it. No,
you.
yeah. And I'm kind of...
The audience has to wait till next week anyway.
I feel... Okay, so me predicting the future, okay?
Okay.
I could see you finding this song to be very sucky.
Okay.
You know? And I'm just kind of... I don't know.
Just think about it like I declared Numb one of the greatest songs of all time. That's the type of music that I like.
Right.
I like rock. I like alternative rock. I like heavy rock.
Yeah.
Is this that at all?
It's, no.
Okay. All right. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say the other day to give 110%.
Okay.
Why does that bother me? Why do you think that bothers me?
That's impossible.
It's impossible, right? Because 100% is the max.
Yeah.
And if you give anything over your max, guess what? That's your new max. Right?
You're right.
There is no 110% if you're talking about effort.
We are all physically incapable of reaching 110% potential.
Yes. Your effort, your potential, that kind of stuff can increase, and it can have 110% increases, right? Say if you could measure the effort you put into something, and you have 50 units of that measurement, right? Then you have some kind of breakthrough, and then now you're putting in 120% effort. That went up 70 units, right? Which is like 140% increase in effort. So now that's your new 100% though.
Right. Like, so bringing it back, the 110%, okay?
Impossible.
Where'd that 10%, like, why is that just an extra 10%, you know?
Right.
That 10% should be included in the 100% if you can reach that, you know?
Yes.
But,
all that is an increase in the amount of effort and
you know,
whatnot that you're
why
giving.
is there a bonus 10%?
There
know?
isn't.
It's
Impossible.
100%, you know? It's 100%. That's all you get.
That's
you
all
don't
you
get. There's no extra 10%. Does not make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
I'm glad we agree on this.
I'm glad we agree on that, too.
Now,
you can't give 110%.
A wise man, all right?
All right.
By the name of Aaron Sarquist.
Okay.
He once told me that really, like, in the middle of a workout when you're, like, really dying or, like, you know, just like, oh, man, I don't know if I could go any further. Like, that's I don't know the exact number, but apparently that's like your 40%.
Really?
You know, you still got 60% more effort in
Right.
you. You know, I don't know who conducted these studies.
That's an interesting
But,
study.
yeah.
I'd like to read up on that if I knew how to read.
Right.
So, is there anything else you wanted to add to that? I just wanted to get that one out of the way. That's a quick one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean.
We're all good.
Yeah. I think that's.
Would there be traffic if we had flying cars?
Would there be traffic if we? Yeah.
There would still be traffic, you think?
I think so.
How come? Because everybody could just go different elevations.
This is true, but here's the thing. I feel like, for safety reasons,
Yeah.
whoever's going to be in charge of that, who's in charge of traffic now?
Who's in charge of
Let's
traffic?
just call it the traffic agency, okay?
Okay.
I'm sure there's a traffic agency out there. But anyway, I feel like they're going to put a bunch of, like, just limitations on
the height that you're allowed to go?
Yeah, there's that, and like just kind of due to safety reasons, you know, I feel like flying cars will be very limited. You know, like cars now, you know, you can't just drive anywhere.
But in an alternate universe, if flying cars was the norm by now.
Okay.
If that was like regulated and mass produced, and that's just like not like iPhones. Everybody just has a flying car now. Mm-hmm. You know. Would there still be traffic? There's still roads, so you can and your car, maybe despite the ability to fly, still has wheels. So you can still drive it on the ground, or you could fly it as well. I'd say there would be both.
Yeah, like just thinking about it, like of all the like the volume of like what do you call that? Just what do you call
like the amount of people?
Like
I don't know what you're driving at. I'll hopefully be able to help you find that word you're looking for.
Yeah, you know what? Because we're gonna take so long to find the word, and the word is gonna be very underwhelming. So I'm gonna abandon that word. But pretty much the volume of like air, like on Earth, you know, just like how much space we have to fly around. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know. I feel like just taking that into account and only that, we'll have like plenty of space, you know, to drive around, and like there'll be no traffic. But I think I feel like what would happen is we'd have a bunch of lanes everywhere, you know, like
in the sky.
Yeah, it's not just like a free for all.
Yeah, I agree.
Know?
I agree with that.
And because there'll be like, you know, just rules and like, you know, policies on like, oh, you can only drive in this lane at this time, or you know, stay to the right somehow. I don't know how you do that in the air, but there'll be like, you know, some people will have to turn at one point, other people would want to go straight. There's gonna have to be some like traffic lights somewhere, and I feel like where there's traffic lights there'll be traffic.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Thank you.
I agree with you. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think having flying cars would totally get rid of traffic either. I'm just trying to think of stuff because I hate traffic.
Yeah.
So traffic in general. This is a segue.
Okay.
Into the next topic. Traffic in general.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. How far is this segue going to take us? Because I just...
Right here. I mean, it's right here.
Okay.
We're just talking about traffic now.
Okay.
How is it even possible? You ever get stuck bumper to bumper traffic on the highway on 70, the highway that goes from like Colorado all the way to Pennsylvania, and wonder, like, who's at the front of this? Who's at the front of this jam?
Yeah.
And what's in front of them causing them to, or are they just going slow?
It's the worst.
But there's like 5 lanes. At times there's only 3, so let's say there's 3 lanes. That means 3 people got to be going real slow right next to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes you keep going and then it was nothing that was blocking you. It was just a lot of people. What the hell?
What the hell?
Or you'll get to what's causing the jam and you'll see like it's just a cop pulled somebody over, and it's like a standard, just a cop talking to somebody, maybe giving them a citation for something.
Yeah.
So
I think a few I don't know. A bunch of different things can cause that. Like,
Well, the only thing that would justify it is an accident in the middle of the road.
yeah. Yeah.
Or if a kid's ball rolled into the highway and he or she wanted to retrieve it, then we should stop and let him or
a
her.
family of like ducks, with the mama duck and
Family
like
of
the four
ducks.
little ducks, following.
Yep.
That's justified.
That's justified. If a woman is giving birth,
Yeah.
we should slow down the traffic.
If the earth splits
Oh yeah.
and there's like just
If there's a
hot
split in the
lava magma
like,
spurting out
bubbling
of the ground,
out. Yeah.
that's justified. But
But somebody getting pulled over is not a good reason for
No.
even if it's an accident on the side of the road,
right.
that shouldn't slow us down
I think
to
why it slows us down is because people want to look at the accident.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, let's just go
But we're
5
all-
miles an hour and
Yeah,
check
exactly.
that
We're all
puppy out."
we're all adults. We've seen that type of stuff before, so
Nothing's
there's no
special.
need
Yeah.
there's no need to slow down just to look at an accident, or especially somebody getting pulled over. People love to just look at somebody getting pulled over. It's crazy.
And like you were talking about traffic. Like there's traffic, you're just in the thick of it. Far as the eye can see, there's like you're going 5 miles an hour on like a 60 mile per hour highway where you could go 80 miles an hour if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But like if you think about it, like probably 5 miles ahead of you, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a aerial view of like traffic?
No.
No?
Wow, I would love to see that.
You know what's crazy?
What?
It's man, Jamie, pull up the video.
Jamie.
I gotta show you it.
We don't have a Jamie.
I can't describe it to you.
We
I mean,
don't-
I can,
we don't
but
have-
it infuriates me.
We don't have a Jamie.
It like explains. We don't. It explains I'm the guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
Noble is Jamie.
Aerial view. You're gonna. This will. Ooh boy.
I'm like scared to see it because I feel like I'm gonna have a fit and throw all my stuff and throw your $1,200
It's
MacBook.
so dumb. People stop for no reason. Okay. Hopefully this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay, pretty much it's like I don't know, like a slinky effect almost. I don't even know how to... Come on.
It's just there's nothing that makes me angrier when I'm on a 5-lane road and I can't move because
Okay. Yeah. Bingo.
all I can think about is I'll be in my car with like the AC on and I just get like sweaty because I'm so mad that I get hot and I get
You
sweaty.
got leather seats?
No,
Okay.
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank.
Being shirtless in a car with leather seats,
Ugh.
it's the worst.
You
Sticky
lean
mess.
forward. You lean forward and it sounds like somebody's tearing a piece of paper.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Yeah. But here's what I found, okay, for traffic jams, okay? As you can see, everyone stops, okay? Everyone stops, okay? And then they speed up again, but nothing's in front of them,
Right.
So, like, it takes forever for everyone to speed up. It's just like...
Like a slinky.
There was a
effect.
better video than this, but like, just imagine a slinky and each like, I guess, what do you call that?
like a
layer,
like a ring.
ring.
almost.
Each ring on the slinky, like it just
pushes
it gets
the net.
condensed and then like it goes out, but
Right.
then it gets.
Oh, there's like a. That first video was like an animated.
It was an animated
diagram
one.
type
There
of
was a
thing.
better video out there, but
Well,
it'll take. If I had it
yeah,
prior,
sounds like it's taking up too much time. The audience doesn't want to hear.
they're disinterested.
yeah, they're
uninterested.
They're losing interest because
Yeah.
because of you.
We lost them. You guys still here?
If anybody's still listening after we bashed Freebird for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This next note is going to go into the Urban Dictionary thing that I found. Ooh, this is a good one. People who play their speaker, like a portable speaker, Bluetooth speaker, out loud.
Beats pill.
Beats pill, JBL.
Yeah.
who play their music out loud for everybody to hear. If you're walking around with a speaker and you're playing your music out loud, there is no more fitting place for you than at the devil's feet in hell as his servant.
Jeez.
I can't stand when people do that because, like, it's just like, oh, dude, my music is so good, everybody should hear it, you know? There's this guy at my work who walks around with, I mean, first of all, his speaker, it has one of those things that, like, extends and he can drag, like, it's like a suitcase.
Yeah,
it's like the
like
size
a travel
of
suitcase.
Yeah.
That, like with the
handle
extending.
It's huge, dude. This speaker is huge, and it lifts up and it has wheels, so he can roll it.
He brings it into work.
Yep. I mean, it has to be like a $600 speaker at least.
And he brings it into like UPS, the UPS work where it's a warehouse.
It's a warehouse,
and it's like the most dangerous place ever.
It's a very and it's funny because this guy's like the safety guy.
Yeah.
And he walks around with his music so loud you can't hear anything except for that music.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
what
now? Yeah. Even if the music is okay. So one could say, you do that, and if this music is sucky, it's worse than if the music is good. But like, I feel like that's all opinion, you know.
It's all based on opinion. Even if the music is so good,
no matter what music you're playing, someone's gonna be pissed off because everyone has a different opinion.
If you do that with my favorite song, I'm gonna still get pissed off because it's not about the music. It's about the ego.
Yeah.
It's about the thought that, like, that everybody would love to hear my music.
My shit doesn't stink.
My shit does not stink. Listen, come here.
Nor does my music.
It. Yeah, so I get so frustrated by that, especially when it's so loud I can't hear anything else except for that, you know? Like, I'll be trying to have a conversation, dude will come by with his dumbass speaker.
You don't need to play music that loud, you know? You can hear it, that's all that matters, you know?
My buddy used to, he would come up to me with his JBL clip, and he'd have it, like, on his belt loop, and he'd be playing it out loud. And I'd be like, dude, are you really going to keep talking to me with that like that? Turn it off. And it's like garbage music too, you know?
Yeah.
And I say to him, that music is trash, turn it off. And he's
like,
dude, no it's not, dude.
It's like every other audio on SoundCloud.
Ooh.
Ooh, shit.
If it's not the dude and the guy, it's trash. I agree with you 100%. Snap.
Yeah.
Snap indeed, dude.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, shots fired indeed, brother.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door, please. It's getting it's letting all the AC out.
Before I don't know if we're going to change the subject now, but there's something that kind of is related to that, like just the annoying thing, the my shit don't stink attitude.
Yeah.
I think it's people dancing at the gym.
I've never seen that, but wow.
It's the worst.
I mean, I don't know.
It's the worst.
I can't imagine anything worse.
It's like all the cringe you've ever witnessed in your life.
Oh, like just dancing? Like just straight up dancing?
So what, like...
Or they're like getting ready for their next
okay.
set, and they're like kind of just bobbing their head a little.
I've seen a few things, okay? If anyone does this and is listening, you know, I hope this... I don't apologize. I hope this enlightens you. I hope this should wake you up. Your life. Yeah, shoot. But, like, I've seen, you know, people dancing on the treadmill while the treadmill is moving, you know? Like, they're like...
Like running or walking?
Walking, you know? They're doing, like, some kind of... I wish we had video, just so I can, like, but anyway. And then there's some guys, you know, who are, like, before each set, you know, they just break dance and, like, you know, do the Michael Jackson grab their junk thing. Not actually, but they dance, like, so cringy.
Man,
and like,
I don't know if I'd be able to handle that if I was at the gym and I seen some stuff like that.
I just want to like smack them.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
I don't think it kind of makes me want to change gyms sometimes.
Yeah,
it kind of makes me want to go to Gold's.
Yeah,
and that's close. You know.
Wow, I wouldn't be able to handle that.
So pretty much. There's really not a lot to say because, like,
no, that's pretty
dancing
much,
at the gym. You could just imagine,
don't do it.
Like, well, what do you mean dancing at the gym? I mean dancing at the gym. There's
Like,
nothing
exactly
more to
that, yeah.
get at. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. But that's all I wanted to say.
Wow. I wouldn't be able to handle that mentally if I saw that in person, for real.
It's draining. I'm not the same.
So, are you familiar with the band Limp Bizkit?
A little bit.
Okay, you know who they are, though. You've heard of them.
I have. I know.
They make a song called Rollin'. It's like, rollin', 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 rollin'.
Who's the main guy?
Fred Durst.
That's right. Fred Durst.
Fred Durst!
I know a fact about them, okay?
Oh, okay.
But, like, you want to hear the fact?
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
there's this movie with,
Shia LaBeouf?
Close, not close.
Emma Stone?
It's that guy from Footloose. Who's that guy, but now he's, like, really old?
John Travolta.
John Travolta, okay?
Is it actually? I was just joking.
No, yeah, John Travolta. He's from Footloose.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I was just trying to make him... That actually...
Hey, look at you.
That bums me out. I was just
You're
trying
gonna
to
state
name different
random people.
yeah,
But
just
yeah.
different celebrities.
That's funny.
I didn't know I was
Emma
gonna
Watson.
nail it. I was gonna say Emma Watson.
Were you?
I was.
We're so alike.
We're so. Oh my gosh.
Except the way we dress. And
Except the way we dress. Hence the dude and the guy.
actually,
Thank
right
you.
now, we're dressed pretty similar.
We're actually dressed pretty
But,
similarly,
the audience doesn't
but you
know that.
can't tell people that because
can't.
you have an image.
I was joking, guys.
That is a nice polo, and those khakis.
That's a nice wife beater you got on there. I like the stains on it.
Okay, all right, relax.
He doesn't. Okay. You know what? Anyway, John Travolta. Okay, he's in this movie.
Yeah.
Directed by Fred Durst. Okay?
Fred Durst directed a movie.
Fred Durst directed a movie with starring John Travolta. Okay?
I love how you couldn't think of John Travolta's name, and the the movie you used to reference him was Footloose, and not like Pulp Fiction or Grease or like one of the things. Oh, I guess Footloose is huge though, so it makes sense. I just hate you.
No. Fanatic.
What's the movie called? The Fanatic?
It's called The Fanatic. I never seen it, but I saw a review over it. And pretty much, okay, Fred Durst directs this movie.
Which is crazy.
And he just shoved a Limp Bizkit reference in the movie.
Wow.
He just shoehorned it in there. Like, you could not be here. Let's listen to it.
You like a little Limp Biscuit?
Sure.
You like a little biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice and loud? I used to listen to this back in the day. This is hot.
It just has nothing to do with the movie. This scene has nothing to do with the movie. He just shoved it in there just to advertise his band.
He just kind of plugged himself, huh?
Yeah.
Which is kind of, a little bit of an innuendo, but it wasn't intended that way. So that's kind of pitiful. The reason I brought Limp Bizkit up, and I'm kind of glad you showed that before I made this point.
Okay, good.
Limp Bizkit sucks, dude.
Okay. I haven't listened to any of their songs, but go on. But like
They have to do stuff like that.
This is an intro.
They suck so bad they have to do stuff like that in a movie that also probably sucks. All right? So they made the song Rollin', and that song was huge when it came out, probably in the late 90s or early 2000s, I'm guessing. It's 2020. The song didn't hold up. It sucks. They made another song called, what's it called? It's called, man, it goes like, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Something like that. Same thing. Was huge back in the day. It sucks now. They have another song called Behind Blue Eyes. And it's really good. It's a really good song.
Okay.
It's a remake of somebody else's song.
Oh.
Their best song is a remake of somebody else's song. Their best song isn't their song. Limp Bizkit sucks. Fred Durst has a really good voice when he's like singing, but a lot of the stuff he does is like rolling, and it sounds like he does this weird thing with his voice. It sounds like shit.
Ooh,
That's Disturbed, and that's David Drummond. And that's the most talented singer of all time. So let's chill out with that.
All right.
All right.
I was just clearing my throat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, not right. Not right.
Okay. Thought I got away with that.
David Dryman. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, Limp Bizkit's terrible. And I can't believe you just did the Down with the Sickness sound like while I was trashing, because that's not Limp Bizkit.
What does... Okay. No, I get it. I was just saying, like, when it comes to sounds in songs, random noises people do, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Right, but Limp Bizkit didn't make like random sounds. It's the way he projected his voice when he was
like he
singing.
contorted his vocals.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's just makes me sick. And
The
yeah,
face you made.
so I don't know if you've ever heard the argument or the theory that like people see colors differently.
I have heard that via Vsauce.
Vsauce?
Yeah. He made a whole video on it. Like, for those who don't know the see color differently theory, just look up Vsauce. He explains it very well, but let's dive into it.
So the idea is that, like, how do I know that I'm looking at your shirt and it's blue, and you're looking at your shirt and also see that it's blue? How can we be sure that we're seeing the same color?
Yeah. So, like,
what if your red is my blue,
Yeah.
right? But in my head, I've seen it my whole life, and everybody's called it blue.
mm-hmm.
So that's blue to me. And
Yeah.
that's what it looks like to me, you know?
And, like, the reason why we're not, like, arguing over why someone's shirt is, like, a different color, because we all our life we agree on, you know,
This
the
is
same
that color.
you know? But maybe our eyes see it differently.
Right.
But,
Because
it's
you wouldn't
really
know.
hard to explain
Because
with
you
that,
would,
like, picture.
yeah, and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to know. But here's the thing: that's not the case.
Okay.
It's not the case. Everybody sees colors the same.
Wait, what? Are you like disagreeing with that theory, or?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
disagree with that
okay.
theory. Yeah,
Interesting.
100%. Why do I disagree with it?
Yes.
Because like
Because, like,
if we feel this, you know,
okay.
we agree that it feels the exact same, you know, and like that's another sense. That's another sense that our body detects.
Yeah.
And why, like, if our bodies sensed one thing different, why would it not sense them all differently? But then there's the counter argument that, like, food tastes differently to people. Mm-hmm. So, but does it?
But like with the food thing, that's like we disagree. You can like talk like,
It might taste the same, but just some people don't like the way it tastes.
and you can argue on that. Like, so like if let's say we got a donut here, I take a bite of the donut, I'm like, oh, that's a shitty donut.
And then
you
I
take a bite and like, oh, that's pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
We can vocally you know, it's like something that's apparent right away. With the color thing, where you see,
can't be like, no, that's red because it's
that, like, you don't question it until like this theory comes up, you know?
Right.
With the food thing, there's no like theory surrounding it. You could immediately be like, oh yeah, I disagree on that. Like that's a shitty donut.
Yeah, and I think it also has something to do with like the sun and the light and like the way
Refraction and
the
photosynthesis.
I don't think it's
That's
that.
a plant thing.
That's a plant thing. But I think it has something to do with the way the sun hits and reflects off of stuff. I don't know the science behind it, but pretty sure colors are the same. Green is green, blue is blue.
Okay,
red
I mean,
is red,
like,
yellow is yellow.
I don't know.
Orange is orange.
Yeah, no, it is.
Purple is purple.
It is, but like, we could see it. Like,
We don't.
Unless
you're colorblind. Some people are colorblind.
Okay, yeah. Hey, perfect example. But like, yeah, that's like the perfect example. Oh, yeah, that's you know.
If they're colorblind, then they say, "Oh yeah, these greens look like pink," you know.
Yeah, well,
or something like that.
They just don't see a color,
It's usually red and
or
green.
like a few colors.
Yeah, I think the most common one is like red and greens.
Is
They
it?
get like mixed up or something
I
like
see.
that. I don't know though. I'm not colorblind, and I never will be.
We're not eye experts.
I'm not even an eye expert. I'm not even a spectologist.
Yeah.
Made that up.
I mean, that was good.
I actually made that up.
It's impressive. Yeah, I'm spectologist. Yeah, I can't beat that.
So, how come I'll buy like a shirt that's a large, and then I'll buy another one that's a large? I buy 3 shirts. They're all larges, right?
Yeah.
One of them's too big, one of them's too small, and one of them fits perfectly, but they're all larges.
Yeah, it's dumb.
What's up with that?
It's stupid.
And I
It's the
brought that up.
stupidest thing.
I actually brought that up to somebody, and he goes, "Well, it's probably like the different materials. Like you gotta like look at that stuff.
It's not. You got to take into account nylon, the
Nylon,
Kevlar, cotton,
polyester.
wool."
Yeah. So I hate all that.
Shut up, whoever said that.
That was too much. I want all my shirts to fit the same.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people had to deal with this as well.
I kind of have a story on that.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A
Let's do
quickie,
it.
all right?
Do the story, dude.
So I'm typically a medium to large guy. You know,
Yeah.
I can vary. You know, sizes are all sorts of screwed up. So
Right.
I kind of switch between the two sometimes.
Of course.
And I ordered a Spider-Man shirt. All right, online. Okay. Just because it looked cool, and I'm a big Spider-Man guy. I'd like to think. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But I ordered this shirt. It was an XL. Okay. It came because it was like a like a dry fit shirt. So I kind of expected it to be a little tight. So I was like, I'll get XL. Okay. So I got it.
And how much did it cost?
It was like $15. I want to say.
You got it
But
on Amazon?
Yeah. So I got it. It came in. I put it on. It's like an XS. It says XL, but it's like an extra small.
It could have been a youth extra large.
Possibly.
Because it's a Spider-Man shirt, and they're probably thinking only children are going to buy this.
Yeah, but it also did come from like a. Wait a minute. It came from like a foreign. I mean, everything's made in China, so I don't know. But like,
Wow, that was like, everything made in China.
taking our job.
Just wish we would support the American businesses more. That was you. That was you a second ago.
You know, maybe, but like, like the pictures. Okay, I know pictures don't really mean anything, but like the model was like an adult. You know, it was like
Was it really?
It was like a fit guy, so I was assuming this is an adult shirt. You know, so
Made for
XL.
a fit guy like myself. That's
Right,
what went
for
through your head.
a beefcake, yeah. So I ordered this. It came in, and it's an extra small, you know. And
But it said
the
XL.
label says XL,
Even on the shirt.
even on the shirt.
Then it's you. It's a youth size.
Why was there an adult on it? That's what I'm mad about.
You know, when I was in high school, I was a sophomore. I got down to 140 pounds, like just working out like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And I was wearing youth
Eating kale.
youth larges as a sophomore in high school.
That's pretty funny.
Think about how small this youth extra large was.
That's like
A youth large was what I
like
wore.
a sock.
And it was tight on me. It was tight on me for sure, but I wanted that. I was like,
Yeah.
what's up, dudes? What's up, dudes?
What's up, bros?
Where's that squat rack? Hey, where's the squat rack?
You ran the gym. Is that what? That's what I hear. Every time I go up to the gym, you know, my high school gym, everyone's like, "Oh, where's Charlie?
Do they
He
really?
used to run this place."
I don't think they say all that.
No, they didn't. But they're always like, "Oh, where's Charlie? So we can squat." I don't know.
Where's that squat rack?
What happened?
It's leg day.
You don't say that anymore.
I know. It's just been a long
And your
time.
voice changed.
Something's different. I've changed.
Oh,
This was actually a really good one that I actually thought of because I was watching TV or something and I saw something and I was like, how do I want to how do I want to
lead into this.
I know it's hard because I don't want to
What is it?
Well, everybody. Okay, so the note is everyone has secrets they want nobody to find out. Like that, like the deepest, darkest secrets deep inside you that you won't tell anybody ever.
Yeah.
You know, like it's funny because like you have like your really close friends. You know.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, dude, I talk to my friends about everything, man.
Yeah.
But then there's like...
There's these things.
There's like just a couple of little things that you have that you won't even tell your closest friends about, or your parents, or your significant other, because you just want... Well, there's a couple reasons, I guess. One, you don't want to be judged for like...
Typically, someone could see it as an embarrassment, you know?
Exactly. You could be embarrassed by it if it's something like that you have done and you don't want people to know something you've done you're ashamed of.
Such as like I crave dog food. Let's use that for an example.
I love to eat dog food. Nom 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 nom. And nom 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 nom.
Raggy?
Okay. Yeah. And just like you will never, if I loved to eat dog food, I would never tell you, I would never tell anybody that. That's a good example. So the thing is, like, that being said, what if I do? What if I just loved it? You wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't.
So now it's like that's in like my head, like what if you love to eat dog food?
It's like, what do we both?
You know, now we're like, no, I think you eat dog food, man. And then we're like pointing the finger at each other.
It's
or
like,
we're both into it and we don't know how to talk to each other about it. We could go on little dog food dates with no dogs.
Right. So you're talking about the pointing finger thing. Like, are you saying like
now that I brought it up, now we're skeptical of one another. Like, dude, what if this guy likes to eat dog food?
Oh,
and now you're thinking it too. You know?
like, oh, gross. While I like, you know, like, well, I mean, as soon as he leaves the room, I just chow down and
exactly
powwow chow,
puppy chow. So that's really crazy to me. Whether it's like a fantasy, a fetish, something you've done you don't like are ashamed. Like it's like a lot of things.
Yeah.
That like, there's a lot of different things that people could like never want anybody to find out, and then imagine like you like have to die. You have to die with that, you know.
Yeah.
And like you never mustered up the courage to
no one ever knew
to talk to somebody.
No
That's
one ever
crazy.
knew.
So then like you think about like all the people that you know who have died, who like think about anybody you know who's passed away, like what kind of secrets did they take to the grave with them, you know?
Yeah.
What my grandpa's a good example. My grandpa Bob, like he would always tell like the gnarliest stories. His stories were crazy. Mm-hmm. And he passed away a couple years ago, and like it makes me wonder like what are the things, and he was a open book, but there's probably some things that he didn't want to tell people.
Right.
You know, so I wonder what that type of stuff is. A good example, he never actually told me this story, but he had like 3 teeth. Yeah. And the story there was he got drunk and pulled them out with pliers as a result of a bet. So that's the type of dude my grandpa was. So I want to know what I didn't know about him.
Yeah, like if you didn't know that, what else did you know? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I didn't know this, what? You know,
yeah.
There's so many like.
I want to know what else was going on with that dude.
Like that sets the bar. There's so much underneath the bar that's unknown.
Right.
You know?
Do you have anything else on that? Like secrets
that I want to get out.
Yeah. Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, I don't know. It's like you covered it pretty well.
Yeah, I nailed it.
You nailed it.
I've been thinking about it actually a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if one were to tell someone, it'd be like their closest friends before anyone else.
Yeah,
you know?
But I think within everybody is something that they won't even talk to them about. You know.
Yeah, and that goes for everyone.
Yeah, know? Everyone. It's not like I'm not saying like there's something you're hiding from me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So anyway, I went to Love's the other day to get some Monster before work.
Yeah.
And the woman at the cash register just like started yelling at the, and I thought me. I was like, and I looked at her with my big puppy dog eyes because I was so shocked.
Right.
And she was like, she had her headphone in and she was talking to somebody on the phone. And she like was yelling at the person, scanning my items, and then like took a break and was like, $4.25. I was like, okay. Put my chip in, and she goes back to yelling. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? You know?
Who was she? Well, like, what was she yelling? Was
They
she
were
just
talking
like,
about like, I think she was talking probably to her significant other, because they were talking about kids, and like she was talking about kids and like how she said something like, you never
You were never there.
something like you didn't want to hang out with me because you're always with your kids, and that's fine because it's your kids type of thing.
Yeah.
But it was like a really like it was so
very
hostile,
deep, complex.
it was a
backstory
situation.
to
Exactly,
this.
it's a situation I don't even
And
want to.
It would take a whole Netflix series to cover
Exactly.
all the drama
exactly
that led up to that conversation.
right. So I don't know what's going on. I was just like, dude, can you ring out my shit and let me leave, please?
You were never there for me. That'll be $4.25.
Yeah, it really was like that. She was like yelling, and then just like was like, yeah, $4.25. I was like, all right, cool, here, take it.
Instant
Bye.
mood
Please
change.
leave me alone.
Yeah.
So it's so it's aggravating because it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're at work, you're getting paid. Get off your phone. You're on the clock.
Right. Yeah.
No personal phone calls at work, please. Ma'am, can I see your manager?
Yeah. Bring me your manager.
Bring me the
please.
manager.
It might take a little bit. Oh, I can wait.
I can
got
wait.
all the time in the world.
I'm waiting for you to talk on the phone, so obviously, you think I have all this time. Anyway,
Yeah, I got. Yeah, it's rough. All right,
Michael Jackson,
MJ.
the king of pop.
What about him?
And this is my last note.
Oh, okay.
It's fair to say he went through some like transitional periods, right, where he definitely didn't look the same
No.
all of a sudden, right?
Right.
And besides the change in his skin tone, which I'm sure nobody noticed,
Oh, sorry.
was like the plastic surgeries he got, Mm-hmm. Like his nose and his jawline and his
Right.
mouth. If this turns off, will it still record?
No.
Shit.
Oh, wait. You mean like the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good.
Okay.
Because mine has been off this whole time.
Ah, great. Anyway, so if he was still alive, he died in 2009?
Yes.
2009. So if he was still alive, it's been 11 years. How would he look?
Do you think he'd look any different?
I think
Or
he would look
the same?
I think he would look so.
You think he'd have antlers?
I think he would look like a straight up zombie. I mean, it was already like he already looked pretty bad. Like
Yeah.
when he
Do you think he'd just glow at that point?
I have no idea.
What-
Well, I'm not talking about his skin tone because I mean I don't see how you could get any brighter than that.
Right.
But like his face, like it's just his face kept changing. Like he just could not stop reconstructing his
He
face.
had like almost an addiction.
It was
to it, when putting it bluntly.
yeah, for real.
I didn't know the guy, but
I didn't know him, but if I were to guess, and I'm no psychologist, but I would say that dude's probably addicted to messing with his face.
apparently like his hair caught on fire one time.
I believe that.
Yeah, so that may have something to do with some of it, but
Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe. Do you think he could grow facial hair? Or do you think that's just all plastic? In
Wow.
2008, do you think... Does he ever have to shave, you think?
I have no idea. Wow, that's a really good thought. I have no idea what type of...
Does his hair grow? Do you think anything... Whoa.
It did seem like his hair was the same length the whole time. When he had like the curly hair,
Right.
and then when it was straight, it still seemed like it was the same length. You know? Yeah, that's crazy. Like it never got longer, and he never got haircuts.
Can he get sunburnt?
I mean, I'm sure. Well, that's
But like
wow.
if it's plastic...
Well, his skin wasn't. That wasn't like.
Was Michael Jackson's
some kind of, like,
face skin
crazy.
impenetrable to the
Like-
UV rays from the sun?
Anyway, that was all my notes.
So many questions.
for this
Mike.
podcast, for this specific, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you said you had some things you wanted to cover, but you might have been able to work them into some of the things we were talking about. So, what were they? What were your notes? You said you only had like 2, and I had a whole list.
Oh yeah,
because I'm always thinking about it.
one of them was Steak and Shake. Such a small part of this whole podcast. Yeah, I went to Steak and Shake. It was great. So
Yeah.
there was that, and then I actually wanted to dive in the fall of Papa John, but
Right.
that's such like a big subject. I don't know.
That's a beefy one.
It's a beefy one. Like, should we?
All right, so we said last week one of the segments we do might be celebrity scandal, and this one is a little bit fresher, and it's a little bit, well, it's racially fueled, right?
Yeah, one could say.
Which in today's society is risky business to talk about, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it because we both agree that being, well, if you're racist, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, screw you.
so we're talking about Papa John, who
John Schneider,
John Schneider, which we'll actually talk about what happened, but it's not like we're taking a side. It's pretty easy to pick a side when it comes to Mr. John himself.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Okay, just to let you know, I'm like
You're an expert on
I'm
this
an
subject.
expert. I gave a whole presentation in my conspiracy theories class in college.
Right.
But yeah, Papa John. Okay, John Schneider. Typically, I would say great guy, but I don't know.
Not this time.
I don't know about this.
Not
But
this
anyway, so it kind of all started. Okay, his dad had like this pub or something. He had like a tavern, all right.
Okay.
And in that tavern, there was a broom closet in the back. Okay.
Right.
This is where John, Papa, kind of cooked up some pizzas. All right. And that's pretty much where the whole Papa John franchise started, in that broom closet, okay?
Right.
So, pretty much...
I mean, I love how much you skipped. Like the story.
Okay.
He's making pizzas in a broom closet. Anyway, that's where the franchise came from. Like
I suck at telling stories.
like there was no evolution.
He sold his car to get some pizza supplies. Like a pizza oven, he had to sell his car.
Really?
I don't know if...
See, that's
interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's something you
and
probably...
he actually bought back that same car for like $250,000.
Oh, really?
Is that weird?
That is
He
weird.
sold it for like probably a few thousand.
Yeah, why did he
Maybe
spend...
$1,000.
why'd
This
he-
was in the 80s.
Why did he spend so
Dude,
much on it, though, when he went back and bought it?
I guess he was attached to it. I don't know. And
Okay.
he had money to blow? I don't know.
Money to blue, huh?
I said blow. I corrected myself.
Yeah,
Don't,
you
don't
cor-
fret. You
Alright.
dropped something?
Yeah, I did.
Oh no. Yikes. Sorry. Anyway, so John Schneider, okay? This company was in Papa John's Pizza, was founded in 1984, all right? His net worth is $801 million, all right?
Oh, my goodness, dude.
Yeah, that guy is worth $801 million.
That's that's an estimate, right?
Yeah, well, this was okay. So this data is probably a little old. Okay, I made this in 2018. Okay.
Yeah, but
So-
even then though,
It's probably not on the dot either.
right, their net worths when you find them online, it's usually an estimate.
Yeah.
Most people don't just share it.
Right. They can't sell anything, everything, and just this is how much cash I have.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So as we all, we don't all know, but he has a track record of bad behavior. All right.
Okay.
So such as what did he do? What did Papa John do?
I don't know, expert. What did he do?
Yeah. Just some bad stuff, you know. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's just an example. All right. So remember that time? It still happens, but like during football games, people like kneel during the national anthem and stuff to protest or whatever. So pretty much, Papa John's used to be like sponsored by the NFL. Okay, now it's Pizza Hut. You know that? Fun fact.
You mean the NFL used to be sponsored by Papa John's?
I don't know how that works. Probably.
NFL gets paid by Papa John's to talk about have their logos around the stadium and whatnot. I mean, I don't think did Papa John. They probably had some kind of.
They had a deal. They had a deal with the NFL.
Right.
And so pretty much the sales were kind of declining. So John Schneider blamed the reason for the declining sales on the football players who were kneeling. You know? That's
crazy how unrelated those two things are.
A bold assumption, yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right.
Probably not. But
because they're kneeling to protest racially driven police brutality.
Typically. I don't know, like, at the time what exactly they were kneeling for, but that's usually the case.
That is because it was Colin Kaepernick who kind of
was it? I don't follow football, so.
Anyway, they started taking a knee to protest the. That's why everybody now is like. See, they're with the riots and everything.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, well, rioting ain't the way to deal with it. And then they're like, well, dude, we tried to kneel. We were kneeling. And you said that you got mad at us for that. We tried to do this. We tried to do this shit peacefully.
Yeah.
You know? You got mad at us for that. And the cops are still killing us.
Oh, yeah. It's a
But
whole...
I don't have an opinion on that.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't have an opinion on anything political or.
Yeah, me neither.
Except I can agree that if you're a racist, you probably shouldn't be a cop.
Yeah, and you suck.
And you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on about Mr. John here.
All right.
Last name John's, first name
Schneider,
Papa.
Papa. So,
let's talk about Papa some
Father
more.
John. Anyway, so that's just like one example of the whole kneeling thing and like his declining sales, him blaming that on protesters.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's
just
completely
kind of ridiculous.
Completely unrelated.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just one example. They had a deal with the NFL for so long, all right, and then he blew it. Okay.
Right.
He blew it in what? When was this? 2018, July 11th. All right. So, pretty much, he has a track record of like bad behavior, using some slurs. All right.
Okay.
So I guess whoever's at the high table of Papa John's Pizza, they called for like a conference. All right.
Yeah.
To kind of like talk to some sense, like, hey, Papa, you can't be saying this stuff.
Yeah, Papa, come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Papa, seriously,
Papa, what are you doing?
Papa, come on.
They're all Italian, probably. No.
Yeah.
But anyway. So anyway, pretty much, I'm not going to...
The fall of Papa John.
The fall of Papa John. Yeah. So dramatic.
It's very dramatic.
In July 11th, 2018, there was a conference, and he used a racial slur at a marketing press conference, and he said, Colonel Sanders called blacks, and I quote, Colonel Sanders called blacks blank. One could assume what word that is.
Yeah.
And Sanders never faced public outcry. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and he just said that in front of all these high class, you know, just like
At the Papa John's
business press conference for Papa John's Pizza.
Right.
He said that in front of everyone, you know? Like, what you expect? Like, oh, yeah, he's right. You know?
Yeah, like what were they?
Wait a minute.
You're right, brother. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, dude.
So he just said that, and then, yeah, so like that same day he resigned.
Of course.
As chairman of the board, and yeah, so pretty much after that point, I guess whoever was in charge of the company, they kind of held like business records from him, so he could not buy more like stakes, like he couldn't buy back the majority stake of the company, so he couldn't like own more of the company than he already had,
Right.
because that would I'd assume that's what he would try to do, you know, after like he gets kicked out, you know, oh, I'm gonna buy the majority of this, you know, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so he blew it, you know. Yeah, so he was like the CEO for a little bit, quite some time, and then like later in the years they kind of flip-flop, but now he's just out.
Right.
And yeah, if anyone saw that video of him, it is fairly recently. He was like,
when he looks like he's sweating pizza
he's
cheese.
got the meat sweats. Ew.
And
He's got the meat sweats.
Yeah, and he's like, I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
I had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Yeah. He's yeah. You
And
know?
he's like, this guy does not know pizza. He doesn't even eat pizza. And he's like, the day of reckoning will come.
He did say that.
Stay tuned. And he's like, well, why not just set the record straight now? Tell us. And he's like, oh boy, just wait.
I'll in for a treat.
And it's like, well, you clearly,
Papa John's pizza just ain't the same.
it ain't the same no more. Ever since the company wasn't racist, I don't even like it.
Where's the soul behind Papa John's pizza?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not eating some racist pizza.
No? So you don't eat Papa John's?
Unless
What if you think about
unless
it?
it tastes really, really good.
Yeah,
then I'll
Papa
eat
John's
it.
pizza is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, Papa John's is not racist pizza. They got rid of the dude.
If
that was-
anything, Papa John's pizza is
Very
the
woke.
least racist.
it's very woke pizza.
It's more woke than it's ever been.
Yeah, good for them. Even though that stuff was probably going on for a long time.
Right. Oh man.
And everybody just kind of kept their mouths shut about
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah, I guess. Yeah. So now John Schneider's behind bars and all that. Everything's.
Behind bars.
Nah, I made that up.
Jeez, dude. I believed you. I was like, dude got arrested. I mean, I agree that being racist is bad, but
Right.
you can't just arrest a dude if he didn't do anything except for use the N-word.
Yeah. No, can't do it. But yeah, I guess that covers the fall of Papa John. Now you know the story.
The fall of Papa John. The rise and the fall of Papa
Yep.
John.
Tragic.
I love how they still call the company Papa John's.
They do.
And the dude, the John himself is no longer a part. It's like an even bigger slap in the face.
Right.
This is what you get.
It's like if we left the dude and the guy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably
But our
not
name,
as
our
bad.
yeah, because our
isn't
name
in
isn't in it,
Yeah,
you know?
No.
But I'll tell you what, no one else is the dude. And no one else is the guy.
Nobody.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. You're the dude.
And I'm the dude.
You're the dude. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I
Irreplaceable. Dude, you're irreplaceable. You know that?
Thanks, dude. You called me dude, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I call everybody dude. I call my mom dude.
I say dude. Oh, I feel like I use guy at the more often at the end of each sentence. Like, oh, thanks, guy.
Yeah.
And I say dude to
I'll- a lot of
lead
times
into a sentence.
If it's somebody who I annoy, at work especially, there's a few people who can't stand me. I'll be like, there's my guy. There's my guy right there, dude. There he is. Yeah, but
Maybe they don't think the same.
there was a, the thing is, the Urban Dictionary thing is so hard, right?
To
Because
find good words.
it's hard to find good ones that aren't like just like terrible, you know?
Yeah, like Dusty Smith.
I want to have Sanker on this podcast, and I can't get him to do it if we're talking about disgusting
Smith.
things. If we're talking about Dusty Smiths, it's going to
We're
be hard
over.
to get. It's going to be hard to get Sanker on the podcast.
We're screwed.
I want to talk about this word because I had a note that I saved actually because I waited to talk about it because this kind of aligns with it. But the word is dumb smart, and it's when a person who is usually not smart or makes dumb decisions happens to do something that everybody assumes is stupid, and it somehow pays off or is very successful in the end.
Interesting.
And I'm trying to think of like
An example?
an example of that, and I can't. But the note was,
Okay.
my note originally was like dumb people who say smart things to sound smart. Right?
Oh, okay. Because that first definition you just said, I'm like, oh, that's not what I expected
Not
from
what
that definition.
No, me neither.
But like that's an interesting definition though.
So dumb smart, honestly, this Urban Dictionary entry is a complete waste of time.
It's a train wreck.
People who will I'm trying to think of what happened that actually made me take this note. I know I have a
I remember one time or last time I mispronounced something. I mispronounced
philosophical.
Yeah, I said philosophical.
Yeah, you did.
And you're like, you're the dumbest smart person I know.
That is a great example. But you weren't saying philosophical to sound smart, you know? You
Yeah.
were saying it because that was the word that was on the thing and you were reading it, you know?
I was reading and I tripped.
You definitely tripped.
I was reading and I face planted.
Broke
my nose.
I knew somebody who would say, like, he would be talking about something and be like, and so therefore,
Yeah, thus, there's one word.
keep saying and so therefore in a sentence.
Essentially. People who say essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially, it is. You know, you don't need to say that.
No, you don't.
You're full of yourself. You look like you're full of yourself. You're
Yeah.
like, essentially.
And I love the fact that, like, I have used it. I have used essentially.
Yeah.
And now that you have, like, now that it's in my head, the word is in my head, I'm going to, like, end up using it again on accident, you know?
Yeah. And then you're gonna be like, what have I become?
And then I'm going to look in the mirror and say, what have I become?
Punch the mirror.
Punch it.
Just gonna scream.
But, I mean, I think that's it, really. I think we covered everything. There's not really, the Urban Dictionary thing's a waste of time this week. We got us a good celebrity scandal that we talked about. Maybe we'll have another one of those next week.
Perhaps.
I mean, try to give us some feedback on our social medias. What do you guys like?
Yeah.
What do you guys want? Do you like the celebrity scandals? Do you like the Urban Dictionaries? Do you like them both? We can do them both, you know?
Yeah.
Or if you don't even want us to, like, do that every week.
If you never
know?
want us to podcast again, just say so.
If you don't want us to do that every week, let us know that too, because then we can focus on talking about the stuff that is actually enjoyable to listen to, you
Right.
know? That being said, follow us on social media at the dude __ the guy. They're both the same.
Yeah.
Follow us on SoundCloud. If you listen to our podcast on SoundCloud, follow us. Like the podcasts, share them, spread the word, you know. I think that's pretty much it. Let everybody know, hey, listen to these guys. They're all right.
Yeah. They all right.
Alright.
Yeah. All right.
That being said,
cue the music.
this has been the dude and the guy. We're out of here.
Yep. Hey, we'll see you. Bye.
Take it easy.